showcase his mechanics again.
And his creative pathing as well. This is something Whynot was credited for, you know, a lot during his debut split, was the way he moves around the map. Always seems like he's moving in very efficient ways. And on Kindred, you know, you have so many more opportunities for invades to happen. That being said, looking at his lanes, he doesn't playing lanes that he doesn't really interact with directly. He just goes demolish. He plays basically PvE, where he just shoves waves in, crashes them, goes proxies and hits plates. So Bio, not the most lane dominant player, but Whynot is showing bot lane. Hook is available, Skimmy.
It certainly is, but he doesn't have the overcharge to run quick enough, but it just doesn't matter, Max. It just does not matter. Raes did not anticipate it, held his nerve, held every summoner, and will fall on down for first blood.
Gank from Kindred. Speaking of ganks, though, lived his very low mana. Wave crashing in, Skimmy. He's got a couple biscuits. That's not going to do too much.
He's going to be careful here, because Kisee is certainly looking to try and frozen claw himself into the waiting arms of a fight. He's going to tank up one turret shot for good measure. The Demolish proc is active, as you say, but it is going to be a TP to try and back him up. But Lived is living, and Lived is living. They are just killing. He's baited. He's received a TP from his star mid laner, who just rocks on up to get himself a kill.
Diving into Kisee, too worried about that. You do start to worry now that Whynot's here, though. This is where your DPS can come through. But for now, it looks like Chiefs have got the start on Herald. It looks like they've got the edge here.
Starting things up on a Scuttlecrab vision, so Bliss well aware that this is going down, but not really showing any clear signs of a fight for that one. They just want to get a pick elsewhere. It's the self-cast of the ultimate there from Kisee. Akia running away, a flash on his head, root him down, a frozen claw for a little bit of extra DPS. Then a conversation as to who gets the killing blow, and Kevy claims it with the Heartbreaker, a fadeaway hook afterwards, barely scraping by.
Walk up, and now Chiefs have an avenue. They've got the Herald as well. If they wanted to make a play here, they're going to camp this bush, Skimmy. And Herald's going to reveal him.
Yeah, Akia must have smelt that something's a little bit fishy, so he did preemptively place that ward on down. Wasn't going to really fall victim to any shenanigans just yet, but Akia then steps up and says, Raes is my target. The Feather Storm comes on out, but it's a little bit too late. leemas with a static shiver, TP from Lived, also hungry for more. They've picked apart Raes for the second time.
Look at the Herald, though.
And their Herald isn't even going to get off.
If it aggroes those minions, it won't charge at all. That is a disaster.
Oh, I really don't find a way back into this. They thought they had to dive, they thought they had to play, and now they had to sacrifice the dragon as a result, unless the TP comes in through now. BioPanther going to rock up to the party with a flash and an ultimate. He's going to dice onto his target and take down Whynot. You've got no jungler, you have no smite. What are you going to do about this one? The charm goes across, but Bio's not dead. They deny the dragon.
Kevy?
And they look for a little bit more. Kevy getting the stun, but not the kill. Denied by leemas.
Lived's TP will be up, though, as well, so potentially looking at another 5v5 here as Kevy's fishing.
He certainly is. He's going to find a target, but there was nowhere near an opportunity to commit towards that one. Just going to be lurking in the shadows right now, so they wait for everybody to group back up in the mid lane. It is that 4-5v5. There is the flash, there is the hook, and there is the kill. Kevy's gone. The pick comp is working beautifully here for Bliss. A splash of poke, but the explosive nature from Akia. He's
to find a pick and find a Herald.
Beautifully executed, and a wonderful sense of conviction there that the hook will land if that charm is there as well. The quickness is on, and they're looking to try and find their target inside the land's respite. They will be surviving, but Akia is still limping away. Trying to turn it around now while Bliss, as the Frozen Tomb goes on top of Whynot's head. There is the hook though, and it does mean that Kisee is going to die. They're dying with their flashes up, Max. They're just not expecting it. A charm at max range, but do they have enough to try and bring him back any further? The Typho strikes. It certainly was. A disengaging Viego ultimate will be denied. And their Herald will instantly be summoned to break open the mid-tier 1. Will they look for more? They certainly will. A charm once again. Featherstorm response, flash to the Raptors, but leemas is following! They're going to find him as well! leemas has got what he needs, and he's going to look for even more as he flashes across the wall, and now test your skill shots, hit that Void Seeker, buy your time, and he's guessed the wrong way.
Oh, it almost looked like Krugs there was going to be threatening that you're doing an objective and then getting those flanks to turn. We've seen Kisee time and time again find the right angles, find flanks onto carries. On this Lissandra, he's going to have to do something similar, right? Because if you are in a prolonged standoff as Akia...
They're looking for it. The Everfrost is going to be denied by a great flash away. Akia's the one that was in a bit of trouble right now, but the Frozen Tomb knocked it up with the Grand Entrance, and Whynot is dead. That is the target Chiefs on repeat are always hunting for. With that ultimate denied, and without a smite, objectives become that much more impactful. Charm, hook, Aladoric lives but then gets killed from a fadeaway by leemas. Across the wall we go. Liv taking Kevy on a bit of a magical journey, but Kevy becomes the Blitzcrank, and yet again just barely misses the hook. Does connect with BioPanther, but that's not the target you're after.
This time, Chiefs actually getting the better as Glid's going.
They are certainly looking for it. Kevy, he's got nothing left in the tank now. He is going to fall on down. But Kisee flashing forward, two-man Ring of Frost, and they disengage away. But leemas is just too strong. You said how much of an uphill battle it would be here for Raes, but he can't do much to answer back to this one. And then there were just two mid laners remaining.
Everyone's respawned, Skimmy.
And we're back to respawns because it's only 21 minutes.
The third dragon's going down. Bliss now on soul point. But like we mentioned, Skimmy, if you're playing against the Pokemon, you don't get this engage.
Kisee's going to go in, two-man Ring of Frost to start things off, self-cast to the ultimate, Everfrost as well, BioPanther flashing in, looking for leemas, instant cleanse, disengage away, they don't want to get him, but the Featherstorm comes on down. Will it be ripped back, waiting for the Lamb's Respite to expire? It doesn't happen, but members are falling on down and Chiefs are starting to answer back. Massive shutdown, that's what Raes needed. The Zarya feeling a little bit better now about the fact that you can poke me out, but if I can...
concise pushes on both lanes at a time, they can really make a dent in the base of Bliss.
You're not going to be too interested in the wave clear as such, more so finding a great angle for Akia then to try and hook and isolate somebody across that wall. Two-man Everfrost to start things off with a chum onto BioPanther, a two-man static. That means Raes is forced to instantly pop that Featherstorm and run away. Aladoric's going to run in with the charm, and Kevy's going to find that reset. Lived is down for 44 seconds. Like that, which would be huge. Denial from the Chiefs.
Double flank.
Give yourself all the sustain to keep hitting them with barrages like that one there.
Keep your eyes on Kisee here. He's going to be the one. He's not spotted because this ward is affected by control ward. Here it goes.
We're in, and Raes is the one to find what he needs. Kisee is the target. That's what he's looking to try and do right now, but the Lamb's Fight does come on through. One, flashing across the wall with a heal. He's still alive. BioPanther, an absolute raid boss trying to 1v4. But Raes and Kevy on the backside of your screen there, they'll take their own fight. Their remove lived. The bruisers are dead. The dragon is denied.
Utility style. We saw a game from him previously in this bit where he topped damage with almost 60k, I believe, on the Lissandra. So certainly a champion that can not only dish out heaps of damage, but survive as well, right? The stopwatch now in inventory as TP's in on mid lane. Kisee could be caught.
Yeah, it's a flanking TP, but one that Team Bliss were fully aware of on that wolf camp. He might just fall on down. Ult into stopwatch, into time purchase, but time that's not really meant anything for Chiefs on this occasion. It is a 5v4. The Shrellies is active, the charm goes out, and Aladoric is running away, down to 50%. He sidesteps the Void Seeker, but then Akia comes in with a hook. Raes goes into the sky, and BioPanther comes tumbling down, all-out mode. Remove them from the equation, remove them from the game. Raes against the world as he rips back the feathers, but just barely misses the Kindred ultimate.
Time for leemas to use his W's, use those Void Seekers to actually get poked before the fight starts. But Kisee, once again, very precarious position.
Yeah, he's going to go for the Frozen Claw, but he's been silenced, so he cannot take it away. Dead again.
Perfect Kaiser W lands, takes away the Banshee's Veil. That is what allows the Blitzcrank to hook. And when you have this composition, top lane going to be the target now. Bio's pushing bot side, but you're not really worried about that. That Renekton isn't going to be doing too much damage to structures. Aladoric, though, he's looking for something.
Certainly is. He's hoping for a miracle right now. As the charm goes out, knocking them all up. There's double stone use inside the Lamb's but this could be huge for Chiefs right now. If they can execute upon it, Bio goes in, but gets charmed into a silence, and he's lights out. Chiefs now looking to try and hunt for more as Kevy ults into the bush to not find what he's after.
Enough that if you get a clean ace, even if you take off 3-4 members, that could signal the end of the game. So both teams going to need to be incredibly careful. Akia's in.
They pulled the trigger, they found Raes, but he's not fallen on down as a result. And if he's living there just winning, Raes is taking down Akia. That's what you want to see first and foremost. Redemption goes down. Bio goes golden, lives on the flank. Intopia strikes, drags back Kevy. He's got the Guardian Angel, but needs a bit of divine intervention to try and bring it back from this one, because it's Kaiser in the mid lane just raining down hot fire, bring down whoever they want right now. As Kisee's going to cast the ultimate on his head, live for as long as he can, but he cannot survive. 2 kills for leemas. He is godlike inside the Lantras pit. They will become invulnerable, they will survive, they will live, and they will simply out-execute.
Oh, Daystar!
As Daystar tries to be creative with it, tries to make sure the leemas can go crazy as well. And they will look to say that we are the ones in the driving seat. We are the ones that will win this series, as the final nail in the coffin is removing Kevy.
It's a long... The montage plays off the back of it, and it was a hard-fought best of 2. It's a hard-fought best of 1, but Bliss going to stand alone at the top of the standing, sole possession of first place.
That they most